Hey now, think positively, all right? We talked about this.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Well, Ethan Winters. There you are.
So, I know this is a little late, but I wanted to give some people some time to actually play the game, which is Resident Evil Village 8. I beat the game, and this is going to be my video review of the game. And I have to say, this is pretty much one of the best Resident Evils I've ever played since Resident Evil 4. I'm telling you that right now. It's just amazing. Yeah. I'm not going to spoil as much as possible because, like I said, I don't know if anyone wants to play the game. And plus, I'm going to be live streaming the game. So if y'all want to come and see me play the game, you got to hop on in, all right? Because I'm going to be doing a live stream of it. And if y'all want to see for yourselves. But the reason why I said that I'm not going to spoil as much is because if y'all do decide to play the game, y'all have to actually play it without expecting anything. I'm telling you that right now. You're not going to get the experience that what you're going to get out like how we did, like how I did and how everyone else played the game. Really and truly. Dude, I'm telling you that right now. The game, I love this freaking game, yo. This game is just freaking awesome. Like, dude, it's definitely heavily inspired by Resident Evil 4. And pretty much if you play it, you'll see everything is just strictly exactly like Resident Evil 4. Like the village, the European, Middle Eastern. I want to talk a little bit about the story about it. Basically, you're playing as the protagonist. Once again, Ethan Winters from Resident Evil 7, and he moves right into Europe and with his family, with his wife Mia, and then they have a daughter named Rose. And pretty much shit just hit the fan, basically. Chris shoots up Mia, and as y'all can see in the trailer, and just he just puts 5 shots down, blah 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 blah. I'm like, damn, all right. And then he takes with Ethan's daughter Rose, and then they just and then all of a sudden they just knock him out. And then he just wakes up right in the middle of a storm, and there was a crash. So his wife is dead, and basically his daughter's been kidnapped. And pretty much that's it. I'm gonna say that's all I'm gonna say. If y'all want, like I said, if y'all want to watch me live stream the game, y'all can. If y'all want to play it yourself, go ahead. I'm telling y'all, either way, y'all have to go in this game unexpected. The visuals of the game, of course, is definitely perfect. Graphics are so beautiful on this game, you know. And then on another, there's nothing more I could say. I cannot even give no flaws into it. What you completely enjoy mostly about this game is that when you play this game, you actually cannot help but to explore around the whole area and just look in the houses, just looking at the little details. You looking at when you first enter the village, you see the castle and the mountains is just so ridiculously beautiful. I was like, golly, you just can't help yourself just looking into these houses. And then I like the fact that when you searching for treasures and stuff like that, you could looking at your map and then it's colored red and just shows you that there's still more items that you need to look for, basically. Yeah, it's really crazy like that. Music is really good. Love the music on this game. Definitely highly especially when near the ending, when things pretty much got way out of hand, just got crazy. Dude, it was just I was like, you just get it. You just can't help but to get into it. And especially, I love the ending credit theme song. The credit theme song is just so really good. I'm like sitting there listening to it, like I'm like, yo, it just like there's nothing more for me to say. Like, it was called The Yearning Darkness. I forgot the name of the singer's name. After just listening so much, it's just like really good. Definitely on gameplay. Gameplay is just, you know, typical Resident Evil 7 first person. You just basic, yeah. You brought back the merchants, just like in Resident Evil 4, who is now the Duke, and it's very fair. You know, even though the freaking prices are like expensive, especially when you're buying items and stuff like that. It's just crazy. And on top of it all, Duke is like very mysterious when you first meet him. Like, after a while, you get to know him and stuff like that. You're just like, who the hell is this guy? And you start to think like he knows more than what he's leaning on, basically. So it just gets to it further on that one, you know. But yeah, that's just what it is. And and then the boss battles. We're going to sit there and talk about the 4 lords in this game, because there are 4 houses in this game. There's the Lady Dimitrescu, which y'all already know, the tall lady, the tall vampire lady. And then there's the House of Benevento, who is Donna and Angie in the Benevento's house. And then you got the House of Monroe, who is the guy who is like the hunchback, just like pretty much like an abomination. Somehow you just feel sorry for the guy at one point when you get to him. And then the last house is the House of Heisenberg, which is the guy who everyone thinks it looks like sounds and looks like Nicolas Cage. I don't know where to get this idea, but I was like, when you kind of think about it, you're like, it gets to it, you know. He's pretty cool. He's like really good, really good. Out of the boss battles on those 4 houses, like, it's really good. If I could rate it, I would definitely give you my rating on each of these 4 houses. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, number 1, I'm gonna rate right now. The first number 1, the best, because it's gonna be from 1 to 4. So the top number 1 is definitely gonna be the best. 4 is gonna be like the weakest and the lowest. The number 1 is definitely the House of Benevento. I did not expect anything from that sequence. That is one of the best sequences in that whole game. Like, yo, I remember when I was playing that one stage at 3 in the morning, dark as hell, by myself. I wish I could have played it with headphones. It would have got a better experience, but of course I'm gonna do it again when I'm doing this live stream. Dude, it was so terrifying. I'm like, yo, that's all I can say. It is so terrifying and so because you just don't expect it. And I'm just gonna leave it out like that. Leave it over there just like that, okay? Because like I said, it's better that you don't expect this in order for you to actually enjoy this game. Of course, number 2 is the House of Dimitrescu, which is the tall vampire lady and her 3 daughters. Definitely always, because you know that's why one of the best houses that's been promoted on Resident Evil Village's trailers and stuff like that. But I get where people is coming from, because like they kind of sad that she was like the very beginning and then not the end boss, because that's what we thought, that she's like the end boss. We never thought that it could be the one chick who is the last boss named Mother Miranda, you know. So she's pretty much the leader of the 4 houses basically. And yeah, so Lady Dimitrescu was like, that one was crazy, you know. Like, it's like she's just extremely tall, and I love the stalking Mr. X mechanics on it. It is just as good as Resident Evil 2 remake, when Mr. X was just stalking you like crazy. It's just like done. And you can't shoot her. I mean, you can shoot her, but it's just gonna be ineffective. And then she got these long, she actually extends her nails and just takes mad damage. But then again, you know, I wish I could have played this on hardcore, because I was playing on a standard. But of course, but it doesn't matter now because when I'm live streaming this game, when I'm playing it again, which I'm definitely can't wait to play this game again, I'm going to be playing it on the hardest difficulty, which is Village of the Shadows. So y'all going to, if y'all want to, like I said, y'all can join me on that one. But yes, number 3 is definitely the House of Heisenberg. It was okay. It's like you're in the factory, you know, you're fighting these cybernetic creatures and stuff like that. But it's also one of the longest houses that I've ever played, and it feels kind of dragged out, which I get where people was coming from on that one, you know. So not much to talk on that one, but the boss battle with Heisenberg, epic as hell. Love it. It was so good. You got that whole Steel Battalion and Mega Assault type of battle where you just like da 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 da, and then the whole sequence when the cinematic sequence when Heisenberg just throws you into the air, you just it was just amazing, man. I love it. It was just awesome, bro. I was like, damn. And then the last but not least, the last house is the House of Monroe. This is pretty much my least favorite house of all, like, because all it is just Jaws basically on steroids, I guess, you know, but or just nothing, but there's nothing exciting about it. It's just like you know, like Resident Evil 1 when you find Neptune, and then also the whole thing or ours. It's pretty much definitely my least favorite. Cool sequence, but not really the best sequence out of it all. So yeah, that's my 4 best out of the whole sequence. Definitely number 1 is definitely the House of Benevento. Is just one of the craziest sequence. Like, it just throws me off, and it was just ridiculously scary, bro. Like, because like you have no weapons at all. It was just, and then when you first step into the stage, the House of Benevento, you could feel the atmosphere. Like you know, when like the movies Conjuring, when they first, and those mediums, when they first step in the house, in a haunted house, they're like, yo, this feels like death, because that's exactly how you feel. It feels so dark and haunted. It don't even, like, it was just specifically meant only to just scare the living shit out of you, basically. And yeah, and you know, like, the story was definitely good. The very beginning is like, it starts out basically like very normal, and then up forward and goes into the village, and then you start fighting a hordes of lichens. Like another thing about these lichens will just bolt your ass. They will haul ass at your ass. I'm like, golly, like that boy just running. And they will eat. I just love because the first person aspect is really good. It just makes it so terrifying, and it's just amazing. Like, damn, it's definitely like a Resident Evil 4 beginning, when you're getting trapped, when you play as Leon, when you get trapped in the house and you got to barricade yourself in the house. It's just like that, because these lichens, like, you just don't know when they're gonna come. You don't know if they're coming through the window or if they're coming through the roof. You don't know, like, you just don't know what to expect. Like, Jesus, because when I first played it, I was like, yo, I don't know what to do. But I be getting lucky. Like, it's just crazy, because, like, golly. But, you know, and I never really, I heard a lot of people got problems with the beginning, but I never really had no problems with it, really, because, like, it kind of, like, makes it, like, to me, it's like self-explanatory. I don't know if it's self-explanatory to everybody. Like, you have to survive against these lichens, otherwise you die, really. You know, I mean, but I understand, because you are given very limited bullets. And speaking of bullets, these enemies are like a bullet sponge. Like, you waste so much ammunition. It is so ridiculous, yo. Like, golly, there's like never a sequence where I go across where I'm low on ammunition. It's just like, and then you try to use your knife. Of course, the knife is pretty much useless. It's not like Resident Evil 6 where the knife is actually useful. You know, so but there is one thing I could find is, like, before I go, the only one problem I have with the game is it's treasure hunting, basically. You know, like, they have these pictures lined up, where you have to kill this animal, and then you pretty much have to like find this certain place in order to get this certain item. I mean, it's not no big deal, really. It's not much of a problem because I don't really have like much of a cons in this game. But that's like the only thing I was kind of like a little problem with, because most of these treasures are pretty much easy because your perception will be so really good, and plus you'll enjoy the environment around you. You just can't help but look around. You know, you can't help it but look around, and once you find that item, and then later on in the game you find a picture, you be like, oh damn, I already found this treasure. What the hell? Like throughout the whole game, it's been like that with me. But you know, it's not that big of a deal to me. You know, it's whatever. But other than that, I have no flaws with this game, dude. Like I have nothing. So yeah, the story of this game, yeah, it's just really, really good. It picks up definitely. Like it really picks up. Like it starts out slow, but I'm telling you right now, if you keep on playing it, it just gets better and better and better. Like it's just crazy. Definitely, the replayability on this game. Like I'm definitely want to play this game again. Definitely want to play this game again. You know, it's like crazy as hell. I'm just so excited to actually go play it again. I definitely let y'all know when I'm gonna play again. Oh man, like there's like no words for me to say, especially the way it ended. I love the way it ended. It was like, I know it was a cliffhanger, but it was just perfect the way it ended. Definitely is open for a Resident Evil 9, which is pretty much already announced already. I've pretty much I looked it up on different YouTubers like Ink Ribbon, Residents of Evil. You could look those guys up. You know, those guys, I pretty much listen to those guys because they're big Resident Evil fans. You know, I definitely advise y'all to go subscribe to those guys, or if y'all did, you know, kudos to y'all. But of course y'all do that. But yeah, I'll give this game definitely. I was stuck between either a 9 or a 10. Like, dude, I really love this game, yo. But I would definitely lean. I'll give this game more of a 9.8 out of 10. Definitely give this, because the game was just. I love this freaking game, yo. Definitely. Oh my wow, yo. Definitely want to play this game again now. I'm just talking about it's just crazy, you know. But yeah. There's not much for me to say, because like I don't want to, because if I talk more, I'm definitely going to say more, and I don't want to say anything. Y'all have to play this game. I'm definitely excited because y'all have to play this game when y'all don't expect it at all, really at all. That you pretty much will not get the experience like how I got it or how everyone else got it if you just go in there expecting what to expect in this game. You know, definitely well left of it. But there you go, guys. That's my review on Resident Evil 8 Village. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, comment down below. Tell me what, if y'all played Resident Evil Village, what do y'all think? Do y'all like it? Did y'all not like it? I definitely will line this game up next to Resident Evil 4. Like, it's just that good. Even though, you know, this is just a love letter to Resident Evil 4 because the game got its inspiration from it, you know. Like, I can never say that. I cannot find anything wrong with this game at all, you know.